My husband's affair partner is pregnant, does not know the baby's father, and I do not know where to begin fixing this. Throwaway account. All names are fake to protect my identity and my children's identities. A few days ago, my husband of 19 years came to me and said he wanted us to sit down and talk. He told me he needed to come clean about something. He had been having an affair for the past 6 months. He had arranged for his mother to take the children for the night and get them to school in the morning so we could talk privately. This was arranged during the day while I was at work. When I arrived home around 6:45 p.m., he was sitting alone in the living room, waiting. He looked extremely nervous and, quite frankly, ill. I was immediately concerned and asked where the children were. He could not meet my gaze. He reached for my hands, sat back down, and quietly told me how sorry he was. He said he never meant for this to happen, but he had cheated on me. I had no idea how to react. I was still focused on why no one else was home. Normally, everyone is back by around 4 p.m., and no one had messaged me to say they were out. He began rambling, I think trying to explain himself, as if there is any explanation for cheating. I was not listening. I demanded to know where our children were. Eventually, he told me his mother was looking after them for the night. He asked me to calm down and let him explain. I admit I snapped when he said this. How could he expect me to calm down when he had just admitted to breaking our vows? What was there to explain? If he wanted a divorce, he should have asked for 1 month ago. He became very upset, begging me to please calm down and let him talk. He said he did not choose this and that there was more to the story. I was overwhelmed with emotion and walked outside to sit in my car. He followed me to the door, crying and begging me to listen and not to leave. I sat in my car for I do not know how long, sobbing and thinking about our marriage, our children, and what would happen next. Did this mean divorce? Couples counseling? Could I forgive him? And the biggest question of all, why? Why did he cheat? Who is she? Why is she better than me? Why was this woman more important than the life we have built together over the last 22 years? After about an hour of spiraling and crying, I was ready to hear him out and ask my questions. I knocked on the door, he opened it, reached for my hand, and we sat down again. He tried to lead me upstairs to our bedroom. I told him absolutely not. We were talking downstairs, or he could leave for the night. I did not know what to expect from what he wanted to tell me. I did not care about apologies or excuses. He told me the affair started 6 months ago and that it began with secret messaging. He claimed it was not flirtatious on his part at first, but that things escalated. She became more openly flirtatious, and during a night I was working away, they slept together for the first time. He said that was about 4 months ago. He has not admitted it, but I believe they have been intimate regularly since then. I asked why, who, and how, firing off questions without giving him time to answer as I began to spiral again. He told me her name was Emily, which meant nothing to me at first. I half laughed and asked if I was supposed to know who that was. Then he said, James is Emily. James is our 18-year-old son. Emily, 19, is his ex-girlfriend as of 2 months ago. I was so angry in that moment that I shouted at him to get out. I did not want him anywhere near me. I could not stand to look at him or hear another word. How could he excuse not only having an affair, but having one with our son's ex-girlfriend, whom James was still heartbroken over? She had broken up with James 2 months earlier, and he had been devastated. They had a sensible and very positive relationship for over a year. She was fully welcomed into our home, and I was quite fond of her. The whole family was sad when they broke up, with his younger siblings saying how much they missed her coming around. I apologize, I'm getting off track. This is still so much to process and hard to put into words. My husband told me the reason he was coming clean now was because Emily had confided in him 2 weeks ago that she was pregnant. She is unsure who the father is. She said it could be him or James. He told me he had not planned or wanted any of this. He said he did not initiate the relationship, that he tried not to get close to her, but that he was not mentally strong enough and it just happened. After hearing that, I got up and left. I could not stay there listening to him any longer. I drove 30 minutes away, checked into a hotel for the night, and turned my phone off. I went to work the next day as normal. When I returned home, the children were out again, and he was waiting by the door, eyes red, begging me to talk to him. I did not have the energy to talk or argue. I walked upstairs and lay down on our bed while he cried and begged me again. I am not delusional enough to believe his claims that she initiated everything. She is only 19, and he is more than twice her age, for God's sake. He did not act alone, but trying to place all the blame on a teenager is, quite frankly, pathetic and makes me sick. It has been a few days now, and nothing has been resolved. Things are back to normal for the sake of our children. James does not know about the affair or the possible pregnancy. Everyone is home again, and I am trying to make things appear normal, at least until Christmas is over. I do not want this mess to ruin what should be a joyful time of year. I have hardly spoken to my husband, except when the children are around. Having to share a bed with him disgusts me. He has tried to cuddle me and kiss me in front of the children, and I feel nothing but animosity toward him. I am afraid the depression I struggled with as a teenager will return. I want to cry constantly. My heart is broken, not just for myself, but for our family. I know James needs to know, and that sooner is better, but I do not know if I can be there for both of us right now. How do I even begin to figure this out? When is the right time to tell James? I know it is foolish to think we can keep this a secret until Christmas is over, but I have no idea where to start. It feels like the worst possible time for all of this. I do not know how I feel about anything yet, and I am nowhere near finding a solution or planning next steps. Right now, I am mostly concerned about James and the fallout this will have between him and his father, as well as the impact on our other two children.